I bet you guys would love to know how I was promoted to captain. After fraternizing with every known faction in Chicago drill history, I befriended the gangs. I made the shorties feel comfortable around and gave off the image as if I was the big homie. This is my story on how I survived Chicago drill.
Thing, bro. I never told them about no hobos, bro. I'm not in their paperwork or none of that.
A few moments later.
They asked me about the hobo leader, and what happened that day. I told them that I seen them coming out of our building. We was into it. They told, yeah, they already know that I did it. A motherfucker already in the paperwork, one of the guys and shit. So they already knew that I was part of that shit.
What's up, what it do? Drill Time TV checking in once again. In a murder trial at FBG Duck, Trench's News claim he became an informant when he was arrested by a crooked cop that goes by the name of Ronald Watts more than a decade ago. And he wanted the courts to believe that he went from being a mole, working with Watts, to actually cooperating against him and taking him down. But this is the thing, this can't be found nowhere in court records. So defense attorney saying he made that shit up. Then they hit him with that real documentation like, man, look here, one thing you ain't gonna do is keep playing with us in this courtroom like this here. All we see is these cases you helped out the feds with in 2008 and 2011. Can you speak on this here? He get to getting that. All you already know, in 2004, they hit me in the head and almost turned me into a whale. My mind come and go like the wind blow. What he didn't want to speak on at the time was about the information he gave up about the hobos. They end up getting a racketeer.
For days, the FBI searched for Paris Poe. He was armed and dangerous and in Madison. But where? The search heated up Thursday morning when security cameras caught him leaving a Nesbitt Road hotel. He had hitched a ride from Chicago, where he's on parole for violent crimes and wanted for questioning in a gang-related murder investigation. Half a dozen agencies tried to hone in on Poe.
Anyone who's armed and criminal in nature presents a threat, particularly if they feel like they're boxed in somewhere and they don't have any way of getting away.
Witnesses last saw Poe outside a West Side grocery store and recovered his sweatshirt there. 6 hours later, police would pull him over on Highway 30 near Fair Oaks Avenue on the east side in a vehicle authorities would not describe.
We don't want folks to get so fixated on a single vehicle that we're losing sight of the fact that he could be just about anywhere.
Poe was traveling with a woman and had shaved off his trademark dreadlocks, but did not resist arrest, bringing an end to the hunt for Paris Poe.
A violent gang's foothold on crime in Chicago if this case sticks. 9 reputed members charged with multiple counts of murder, robbery, and drug trafficking. Craig Wallace following the story tonight, and he is here with what are really some disturbing details, should they be true, Craig?
Yeah, Robin, absolutely. The suspects are all reputed members of the Hobos street gang. Federal prosecutors say the Hobos gang operated on Chicago's south side, originating out of the old Robert Taylor public housing units before they were torn down. All 9 are charged in a racketeering conspiracy that centers on a pattern of violence and criminal activity between 2004 and 2009.
The racketeering charge outlines a gang which would literally commit any violent crime, up to and including murder, to protect its turf and its operations, and to punish and intimidate its enemies, and to make money.
6 of the 9 defendants are currently in state custody but will soon be handed over to the feds. The remaining 3 are already in a federal lockup. One of the men, Paris Poe, made headlines earlier this year when he fled the state while under investigation for the murder of an FBI informant in 2006.
They had in an article that they said that in the Sun-Times that you had been a paid informant since, I think, 2008 or something like that.
No, 2006.
A massive manhunt led authorities to Madison, Wisconsin, where Poe was captured the following day. Now, the Hobos operated between 51st Street and 47th from Martin Luther King Drive to Vincennes. The defendants are all charged in connection with 5 murders, the solicitation of a 6th murder, along with 4 attempted murders, robberies, and a drug dealing enterprise. They all face at least 20 years and possibly life in prison.
When we can make a case with the U.S. Attorney where these individuals are going to get incredibly strict, strong sentences, I think it sends a very powerful message
Authorities said they hope this indictment serves as a deterrent, but people we talked to in the neighborhood who knew all of the men charged in the indictment were skeptical that the charges or the sentences would make any difference, although they were afraid to go on camera and tell us about that for fear of retaliation. A community activist hoped, though, that the publicity about the charges in this case might change some attitudes.
It can make a difference in many ways, that if a person is thinking about or going into criminal activity or any organized crime, it gives them a second thought that they better think.
Now, the U.S. Attorney said today that 4 of the men, including Paris Poe, could face a possible death sentence if they are convicted of murder in the aid of racketeering. Robin.
And Craig, the time period covered in the indictment is 2000 up to 2009, but in the last 4 years, I take it that they're not alleging these guys haven't been doing anything wrong as well.
No, they haven't, but the racketeering conspiracy focuses on that time frame, Robin, because that's when the majority of these major crimes were all committed, including the murders and the attempted murders and whatnot. So all this conspiracy was during that time frame. They're not saying that things...
Damn, they wasn't playing out here. Do your homework. At one point in time, the Hobos being labeled the most dangerous gang in Chicago. Hands down. They was known for robbing the robbers and drilling the drillers. But that ain't stopped this man right here from chasing down the leader and throwing hot shit in his direction. Buddy claimed in 07, he got snatched up by the feds and was asked information about the Hobos, specifically the leader. And he said he told the judge, in no fear of an attempted murder charge, that he hawked the leader of the Hobos down, brandished his weapon, and started making his gat talk. Now remind you, he said this all as a CI, confidential informant. So it ain't no mystery when he said he ain't gonna be in the paperwork, because informants usually kept a secret. So in return for his testimony, he wouldn't be in any fear of prosecution. By the way, he said he'd close him. He said he gave that little information up, and that was the end of that case. Shout out to a humble soul. He really had him chatting in there and getting more comfortable to opening up about snaking various members in the streets in order to achieve his financial goals monetarily. In this clip I'm about to play, Swipe's supposed to be discussing how he cooperated to take down Ronald Watts, the crooked cop. But instead, he slips up and say he went to the feds and Ronald Watts was already being investigated. That's the moment when he provided that information on the Hobos. Check him out.
Telling me like, man, you might as well go ahead on, bro. Just suck that shit up, man, cause you know what I'm saying? He the governor of the low end. And shit, that's what they was calling, like the governor, bro. And shit, I went to the feds, bro. I went to the motherfucking feds, bro. And straight up, bro. And he was already investigated. He was giving drug dealers the drops. He was working with the Hobos, giving them information, telling them who working with law enforcement and everything.
Hit that like button.
On everything. They asked me about the Hobo leader, and what happened that day. I told them that I seen him coming out of our building. We was into it. They told us that we was into it with him, and I chased his ass down and fired him up. You closed the case now. So I closed the case on everything, so nobody else would get into it. They're in trouble for it or none of that.
Man, listen, I'm just glad Gang living his truth and finally came out and letting the world know his life before the internet. He said he been getting to that papiana, but when he upped his cash out, the fans said he was 3 stacks in the red, negative 3K. I ain't even know it can get like that. I'm pretty sure he gonna be back like Mike wearing a 4-5 when he catch some of these boys telling their business on live. And if you still conducting criminal activities around him after watching this video, you had a good run, but it's over with now. They coming. You might as well turn yourself in, gang. Everybody working now. Snitches News said the feds got a confidential informant in every hood now.
I don't be worried, bro. Cause half the niggas in the streets who talking, man, they hang with an informant. They hang with a snitch. I could go through the names of the cities and the blocks starting with the low end. Niggas hanging with informants and snitches and that motherfucking thing. Not saying that I'm on some get back shit and I'm trying to point out other people. Not saying that, cause I don't give a fuck. You can call me what you want. You hear me? But I'm saying this shit been going on. It's just selective politicking, bro. It's a lot of older niggas I know in the streets who told everybody know they.
Moving on to the next topic. Now, bro, we made sure people know how you look in public. They said you might as well take that ski mask off and let that trap house carpet out the breeze. I know y'all done seen the thumbnail. This rap bastard belong in the sewer. With Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael. Man, tell me why your boy taking niggas away from their family like it's a sport. And Scud done put so many of these boys away. Shit, he should be up like Elon Musk. Fuck you talking about? Man, this my last video like Uncle Murder. He already done sent me 3 strikes like Kevin Hart. But we still popping corn over here hair like Orville Redenbacher. Man, listen, you ain't even gotta be a couch detective to understand. In my last video, I critically broke down and explained how the FBI agents you contacted and worked alongside to take down the OBlock 6 and the FBG Duck murder just happen to be the same feds that's trying to link Lil Durk to the Stefan Mack hit. Once again, your secret probably would have been safe if they didn't unseal the files to Durk detention hearing. The Chicago feds told the FBI in LA, look here, we got this CHS. We got this CHS that helped us put away the BDs in OBlock. Hey, he even made a statement on Durk Banks during the trial, but we couldn't use it at the time because he was still under investigation. That fucked you up when you seen I included the statement you made against Lil Durk in the last video, but they said it was a little blurry. But it's a channel called Loyalty and Betrayal that got the statement you made against Lil Durk in 4K. She thought I was still in her paperwork, but the people on Reddit be giving you built the ass too. I got that from over there. But yeah, Swipe, your ass ain't right though, gang. Tell these folks how you made a statement and sick the feds on Lil Durk, and let us know how much that they pay you, cause I know you ain't sell your soul to the devil for no pebbles. You got 5K for Moowop. Now imagine if you would've just kept it real and just contacted the man like, look here, man, I'm working undercover, bitch, I'm about to get you. You know what I'm saying? And they only go pay me 5G. I'm pretty sure he would've doubled or tripled that if he knew his life was on the line. See, communication rule the nation. Shit, you got 5K for Moowop, Lil Durk, the big fish. I'm pretty sure they paid you splendidly. I mean, imagine if you would've just called the man like, here, nigga, you know I'm informant and we on your ass, motherfucker. These niggas about to give me 5,000. What can you do? Can you match it or do something? I bet you would've been cool, boy, if you doing this shit for the money. It ain't even no debate that you confidential human source number one now. And Mickey Truth just dropped the video revisiting your transcript from the OBlock trial, and it said clear as day.
We know the YouTuber/informant, right? And again, that's not my words. The transcript details this person as a confidential human source, aka also known as an informant.
That you was the confidential human source all along, Mr. Wiley. So my case closed. The money amount always go fluctuate because your federal handlers pass you around in different agencies like a $2 hoe. And I gotta give it to you, gang. You bold than a motherfucker. We making all these videos making you hot as fish grease, and look, the feds ain't even paying you that much. I mean, what's your end game with this shit? How long you see this shit playing out and how? Bro, what you gonna do when they catch you and stretch you? Cause you already know how karma work, and it don't work that way. It ain't a matter of will, it's a matter of when. And when they get up with you, gang, you already know that Drill Time gonna be the first to report about it. Hell, we gonna get 1 million views. We gonna get 1 million views on that video. And bro playing a dangerous game. If I was him, I'd give my life to God. Because them people he took down in the past with small-time dope gang cocaine, he ain't never took down no multi-millionaire. Them folks got resources. They got ways of finding you and leaving you missing at the same goddamn time. Boy, them people got resources and they got ways of finding you. They gonna be like, damn, what happened to that nigga Swipe? Then the whispers go silent because you get on this app every day and play with a nigga life. Hey, message to the kids, the youth out there. Although you may look around and it appears that the snitch is winning and being celebrated like celebrities, don't buy into that shit. It's a facade that's only on the internet. So stay down till you come up with it, because in real life they finished. Face card diminished. You couldn't even pay their family to stand next to them in public, so they confined to the house for the rest of their duration on this planet. If dude go to jail right now, they gonna be walking for them around in a dog leash. They gonna be in that bitch trying to knock your taco meat loose. What the fuck you thought you signed up for? What you gonna tell your kids when they grew up and you been doing some professional ratting? It ain't even worth it, gang. It ain't even wise to get in these cars and get caught and start folding like some party chairs. They might put you up somewhere far and you might feel like you escaped the streets. Then boom, they start knocking down your family members one by one. I ain't trying to tell y'all what to do with y'all lives, but if you in the streets, at least have some integrity to take your lick and keep it moving. An informant can never be a civilian. An informant is a criminal that just wasn't good at criminal activities. So the police just told him, come here, little bitch, I'm about to make you work this little shit off. Or we gonna put you back where you petrified at, behind bars. If you want to be law enforcement, go through the academy or the proper channels, and then nobody can't do nothing but respect it. Meanwhile, the streets is dead, so get your shit together, cause ain't nobody coming to save you but you. If you woke up today, you got another chance to get this shit right, so chase your dream. Many of life failures were people who didn't realize how close they were to success, so keep going. The only way to fail is to quit. You ever wonder if Duck ever realized that this dusty ass dope fiend right next to him was an informant and plotting to knock him down like some dominoes? Pretty soon it ain't gonna be nobody left to listen to and drill, and they gonna have this motherfucking witness protection off in the hills. And bro, stop telling people I'm chasing you, gang, when I just clearly walked you down. Rat lovers miss me with the dick eating, but shout out for them. Hey, if you made it this far, hit that like button, smash that notification, and share this to spread awareness, cause I talk more shit than a little bit. Talk to me, I talk back. Let me know what y'all know down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Drill Time TV, I'm out.